Tolyatti, also known in English as Togliatti, is a city in Samara Oblast, Russia. Population 719,632, 702,879, 630,543. It is the largest city in Russia which does not serve as the administrative center of a federal subject. Internationally, the city is best known as the home of Russia's largest car manufacturer AvtoVAZ, which was founded in the late 1960s. History. It was founded in 1737 as a fortress called Stavropol by the Russian statesman Vasily Tatishch. Informally it was often referred as Stavropol on Volga to distinguish from Stavropol, a large city in southwest Russia. The construction of the Khyberyshev Dam and hydroelectric station on the Volga River in the 1950s created the Khyberyshev Reservoir, which covered the existing location of the city, and it was completely rebuilt on a new site. In 1964, the city was renamed Tolyatti. Administrative and municipal status. Within the framework of administrative divisions, Tolyatti serves as the administrative center of Stavropolsky district, even though it is not a part of it. As an administrative division, it is incorporated separately as the city of Oblast. Significance of Tolyatti, an administrative unit with the status equal to that of the districts. As a municipal division, the city of Oblast. Significance of Tolyatti is incorporated as Tolyatti Urban Okrug. City divisions. For the administrative purposes, the city is divided into 3 districts. AvtoZavodsky, also called Novygorod, is the most modern. It was designed to host the workers of the city's AvtoVAZ factory, home of the Lada car. Zentralny, also called Starygorod, home of the city government and industrial center. Komsomolsky, the oldest district built to house hydroelectrical plant builders. Economy. The city's main claim to fame has been automobile manufacturing by AvtoVAZ's Lada car plants, employing some 110,000 people, in cooperation with Italy's Fiat since 1970, with General Motors since 2001 and with the Renault-Nissan alliance since 2012. Other industries have moved into Tolyatti because it is close to abundant supplies of electricity and water. Petrochemicals are well represented in the city. Among the significant enterprises based there are Togliatti and Khyberyshev. Other industries include building materials production, ship repair and electrical equipment and electronics. In 2011 the Togliatti Special Economic Zone was launched in order to develop the region further and diversify the economy of the city. Several auto component producers have since been registered, as well as large industrial manufacturers. By November 2012 the value of project investment totaled 10 billion rubles and around 3,000 jobs were being created. Transportation. The transport system is well developed in the city. Public transport includes municipal buses and trolleybuses, and so-called alternative transport or marshrutkas. External transport routes are provided by 2 bus stations, 2 railway stations and a city harbour. Tolyatti has its airport as well, but it is used by personal aircraft only. The city is linked to the federal road network by the M5 Ural Highway. As one of Russia's motor cities, Tolyatti's car population has been greatly expanded, and traffic jams are common during morning and evening rush hours. Samara Oblast was one of the first regions to receive an additional license plate code because its existing code did not have enough numbers for all its residents' cars. culture, education, and sports. The creation of the Kybyshev Reservoir in the 1950s destroyed much of the city's history, so almost all the city's cultural points of interest date from the Soviet period. But the city administration has continued to build new monuments and cathedrals. A recent notable event was the 1998 opening of the large Tatishchev monument near the Volga. The Transfiguration Cathedral was completed in 2002. Education is represented by over 100 public and 10 private schools, as well as several higher education institutions. Most notable ones include Togliatti State University, Volga Region State University of Service, Tatishchev University of Volga, Togliatti Academy of Management, Museums, Togliatti Technical Museum, AvtoVAZ Museum, Togliatti Museum of Local Law. Sports. In eyes of the Soviet leaders, Tolyatti was a perfect Soviet city. Many sports facilities appeared so that the perfect Soviet person could be healthy. The city has high-quality sports facilities, gymnasiums, swimming pools, ice arenas, association football and racing stadiums. As a result, many athletes, including Olympic champion Alexei Nemov, Stanley Cup winners Alexei Kovalev and Ilya Bryzgalov, had moved to Tolyatti. Current Montreal Canadiens defenseman Alexei Emelin, and former Washington Capitals winger Viktor Kozlov and defenseman Alexei Tezakov were born there. Tolyatti is represented in almost every kind of team sports. Tolyatti's Lada-sponsored ice hockey club broke the Moscow team's domination of the game. The Lada women's football team has won the Russian championship several times, and the Lada women's handball team, who are the Russian and European champions, is the core for Russian national women's handball. Men's football, basketball, speedway and handball teams also take part in national championships. As for the traditional national sport of Russia, bandy, there is a team founded in 2013, AvtoVAZ, which however only takes part in a recreational league. Parks and monuments. Tolyatti has many parks, and many of these contain monuments of cultural, historical, and aesthetic interest. Examples include Victory Park with its Victory Monument and other monuments, Liberty Square with its Obelisk of Glory and other monuments, Central Park with its Morning Angel, large statue of Lenin and other monuments, and other parks. And there are other monuments outside the parks. The City Duma has been energetic in creating and designating historical and cultural monuments, ranging from the colossal equestrian Tatishchev monument to the tumble-down Repin house and a monument to a faithful dog, and many other types. Media. There are a number of local newspapers published in Tolyatti. Ploshchad Svobody, Tolyattinskoye Obozrenia, business newspaper, Monday, Volny Gorod, Gorodskye Vedomosti, and a few others. In the end of the 1990s, Tolyattinskoye Obozrenia published a series of articles on a local crime group. The stories drew attention to the group's connections with the local police. Subsequently, Togliatti Reviews saw two of its editors killed in 2002-2003. The only local-born FM band radio station is Radio August at 70.64 and 102.3 MHz. Crime. October 2007 bomb attack. During the morning rush hour of the 31st of October 2007, a bomb exploded on a passenger bus in the city, killing at least 8 people and injuring about 50 in what Irina Doroshenko, a spokeswoman for the investigative wing of the local prosecutor's office, said could be a terrorist attack. At the beginning of the investigation, it was believed to be the work of terrorists from the North Caucasus. Early reports indicated possible involvement of Chechen terrorist Doku Umarov. However, the officials later named a 21-year-old Evgeny Vakrushev, who also died in the blast, is the only person to be responsible for the tragedy. Organized crime. The city also has a reputation for gang violence. Violent crimes. The city has witnessed a mafia killing spree. There have been 550 commissioned killings in Tolyatti over 1998 to 2004. 5 of those murdered were journalists. 3 chief architects of Tolyatti were victims of violent crimes. Valery Lopatin was shot to death on July 7, 2004. Mikhail Sayardan and Alexander Kuryukov were also injured in violent attacks. A former city mayor, Sergei Gilkin, was murdered on November 15, 2008. On December 13, 2008, Anatoly Stepanov, a vice speaker of Duma of Samara Oblast, a former head of administration of Zentralny City District of Tolyatti in 1991 to 1997 and Tolyatti mayor candidate in 2004, was attacked on a street and left with serious head injuries. He died in hospital on February 24, 2009. Corruption. The city's mayor in 2000 to 2007, Nikolai Utkin, was sentenced to 7 years in prison on corruption charges. Local government. Mayor Sergei Andreyev was elected in 2012. Twin towns and sister cities. Tolyatti is twinned with Minsk-Tver, Azerbaijan, Kazanlak, Bulgaria, Wolfsburg, Germany, Flint, United States, Luoyang, China, Piacenza, Italy. Partner cities: Colmar, France, Nagykanizsa, Hungary.